So they told you winter was coming, but you didn't believe, and now you need a capsule wardrobe. If that's you, come in my closet. Let me help you. Hey you, welcome back to my channel, What I Wore to the Store, a place where I help women get dressed to go to everyday, regular places. My name is Sophia, and I have over 40 years of experience wearing clothes. So today we are building a winter capsule wardrobe for the Gamine Kibby body types. That means we are building a wardrobe for the soft gamines and the flamboyant gamines, all in one video. If you are a gamine, today is your lucky day. Your number has been drawn and you get to have a 30-item capsule wardrobe. If you don't know what a capsule wardrobe is, we are choosing 30 items of clothing that we can wear for the whole winter season. We are choosing pretty basic items that can be easily mixed and matched, pretty basic color palette that can be easily mixed and matched, so that you can wear these 30 items and feel like you have a full wardrobe. If that is something you are interested in, click that like button. Click the like button for the culture so the rest of the people can learn the same things that you're going to learn in this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because if you're not a classic, if you're not a dramatic, and you're not a gamine, you're going to want to know when the next video is uploaded, because maybe that will be your lucky day. Maybe if you're a natural, maybe you'll be up next, or maybe you're romantic. Whatever the case is, click subscribe and click the notification bell so you will know the next time I upload a video, because I can tell you right now, it will be a surprise because I have no idea when that's going to be. Anyway, let's hop on in and let's look at some clothes. All right, gamines, let's get started with some tops here. Okay, we have a little gray collared cardigan, a two-tone turtleneck, a little green crew neck sweater with a pink car on it, this swirly kind of mock neck sweater, what I like to call a grandma sweater with a little string tie neck situation. This is kind of an open cardigan sweater. For our first time on What I Wore to the Store, we are showing a white collared shirt, but it's not your typical collared shirt. It's got this colored piping around the pockets, over the shoulders and around the wrist. And then we have a white, I guess it's called a pussy bow shirt. It's got this, tie that you can either wear loose like it's shown here or tie in a bow. And then we have another collared sweater. This is a good collection of things. You'll see that these items are a little bit more fun, a little bit more whimsical, because gamines can pull this off and not look like children like the rest of us. Gamines can pull this off and still look like adults. So I wanted to show you all, you can wear crew neck sweaters, you can wear turtleneck sweaters, you can wear cute little collared things with bows, and not look like children. So we'll show some looks with these tops as we go along, and we'll show that, it can be cute and fun, but also you can still look like an adult. Let's move on to pants. Okay, we got some straight leg jeans. Like I said, keep saying, everybody looks good in a straight leg. We got a barrel leg, we have some cargo pants, we have some ankle length blue trousers, we have some ankle length black trousers, and we have a blue sweatpant. This is just a good solid collection of pants. We can pull off a lot of different looks with this. Not much to be said about this, but this will be fun to pull off some looks for. Let's move on to skirts. Got two skirts here, similar in shape. Gamines look good in an A-line skirt or even a longer like tulip skirt. They're similar to a pencil, but they have a tulip kind of bottom. Those as well, but I just wanted to stick with these two little A-line mini skirts. You'll see the black one has these buttons on it, and all three of them are different. This is once again a little more whimsical, a little more playful, but worn by a gamine, they can still look like an adult, even though they can wear more playful items. So I just wanted to add a couple of skirts in, and you guys look cute in an A-line mini skirt. Let's see, what do we have next? Let's move on to coats. We have, of course, a puffer coat. And we have this nice funnel neck orange coat to add some color. And it's got this like asymmetric zipper. We have a black hourglass blazer with offset buttons. Once again, gamines look great in things that have a little bit more interest to them. I mean, everybody does, but specifically I wanted to show how gamines can pull this off, because everybody else has to work a little bit harder to make these things make sense, in my opinion, but Gamines can make them make sense very easily. So this is like an hourglass blazer. The blazer is cinched at the waist, and then the buttons are not down the center, they're offset. Then we have this cropped moto jacket in this maroon color leather, and then we have a cropped wool jacket. I wanted to show a short jacket, especially on Gamines, because Gamines are typically very petite, very short, and sometimes a long coat can overwhelm you, especially the soft Gamines. Flamboyant Gamines, not so much, but I just decided to switch things up from the long wool coats and go with a short wool coat. Let's take a look at the shoes we have here. So for shoes, we have a chunkier sneaker. These Nikes are a little bit more chunky. We have a very slim flat loafer. We have a brown chunky loafer because Gamines can pull off a chunky shoe better than some of the other body types, which is why I use the chunkier sneaker as well. I've been going with a lot of low profile sneakers. This has a little bit more of a sole, so that'll be fun. A tall boot with a shorter heel because we want something that could be dressed up or dressed down, and then a tall pump because everybody just needs a pump. And I chose a pump that has a little bit more interest in it. It's got these cutouts. It's kind of got a T-strap in the front, although you can't see it. But yeah, those are the shoes. And last but not least, we have accessories. We have a yellow scarf, we have a striped scarf, and we have this lovely leopard or cheetah. Is this leopard or cheetah? Leopard or cheetah print pillbox hat. I think this will be very cute, and this will add some texture and a little bit more fun and whimsy to the Gamine looks. And yeah, that's it. So let's take a look at everything here. So shoes, dresses, coats, shirts, pants. Yeah, this is your 30 item capsule. I think this is a good solid capsule. We have a lot more patterns, and I will show you how to mix patterns because Gamines can do this very well and it not feel contrived. It feels just natural. They can come alive more when they mix patterns. The rest of us can mix patterns as well, but you have to do it very, very, very carefully. Yeah, so let's make some outfits. All right, I'm not going to go through everything in extreme detail. We'll just skim through these things. So this first look, we're wearing the barrel leg jeans, that two-tone turtleneck, and the pillbox hat. I especially want to point out the first and the last looks because we are mixing patterns here with the pillbox hat and the top. So if you want to mix patterns, and this goes for any body type, any kibby body type, the key to mixing patterns well is to mix a small pattern with a larger pattern, okay? So in the first look, the first pattern is very large because it's just a two-tone situation. Then you have the smaller pattern, which is the leopard print. In the last look, the leopard print kind of acts as the larger pattern, and the polka dot shirt is kind of the smaller pattern. But you don't want to mix patterns that are of the same like size, if that makes any sense. So you wouldn't want two like tiny polka dot patterns that are slightly different. You want one that's, if you're going to mix polka dots, to do one larger polka dot with a smaller one. I hope that's making sense. If it's not, just trust the process. All right, let's move on to the next batch of looks. Okay, next we are mixing things up quite a bit with this first look. We are mixing that hourglass blazer with some cargo pants because, I don't know, I just think that would be fun. And we're going to put those tall boots on underneath the cargo pants with that two-tone sweater. I think that'll be cute together. And then, yeah, the rest of the looks are self-explanatory. That second look, you'll see how we're mixing those patterns. The pillbox hat is the smaller pattern, and the pattern with the swirly sweater is the larger pattern. And I feel like those flow together quite well. And then the last look is just the easy breezy, comfortable, running around, running errands, just got a couple things to do type look. You can wear this sweater with this navy blue sweatpants, the striped scarf. I just think that's very fun. And for a Gamine, you will still look like an adult. Yeah. Let's take a look at the next batch of outfits. Once again, we're mixing patterns here. Yeah, I think these looks are pretty fun. We have a mixture of patterns in this situation. We've got the little, I guess it's kind of argyle or checkered kind of sweater. Then we have our grandma sweater. And we have this striped dress that we're going to wear with the boot. I just think all three of those looks are pretty cute. All right, up next we have a more dressed up look with the hourglass blazer and those ankle length pants and a pump. And you can wear tights underneath there if your ankles get cold, but this is for a day that you don't need a heavy coat. The other outfits are pretty straightforward, but I really like that first look a lot. I do want to note that if you're wearing the chunky loafer, you need to have your ankles exposed. Otherwise, it can look pretty heavy on the bottom. So these straight leg jeans are kind of cropped, and so they will show your ankle. So if you decide to try out a chunky sole loafer, make sure you're exposing your ankles when you wear those. And if it's winter and it's too cold to just have your bare ankle, you can wear a cute sock, especially as a gamine. It will look playful, but you'll still look like an adult. Some of our other body types will lean a little bit more masculine or just look a little bit childish. A lot of times I feel like it just leans a little bit more masculine, but not on a gamine. Yeah, the other looks are pretty straightforward. In the last look, I added that yellow scarf just to add a little bit more color. You can put those boots on over top of the jeans or underneath. That's the beauty of a straight leg jean. They can go either or. Yeah. The middle look is a little more girly, a little more dainty, but also still fun, but serious because you're not a child. Okay, these last looks, this is not the last looks, but the next looks, I completely forgot about this shirt. So we're going to do all three looks with this shirt. And you can see it can be worn in many different ways. It could be dressed up with a skirt. It can look a little bit more work casual, like if you have a casual Friday situation at your job. These are the type of jeans you can wear. They're dark, so where they look a little bit more dressed up, you can wear this flat loafer and little pillbox hat, or you can dress it down even more with the puffer coat and the chunky loafer. And if you need to, you can wear a cute sock. So those three different ways you can wear that button-down shirt. And it is cropped, but it's not cropped to the point where your stomach is out. It's, it's just a little more boxy, which also looks very cute, especially on flamboyant gamines. But if you are more busty, this could get a little bit tricky. You may have to unbutton that shirt a little bit down the front or button it all the way to the top. But if it's just kind of one button left open and you're more busty, that can make you look even more busty. So try this on, button all the way up to the top. Very cute for a gamine, or unbutton to show a little bit more chest cleavage. I don't know, that sounds very suggestive, but if you're busty, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take a look at these last looks. The first one is a little bit more dressed up with that tie collar shirt. You can tie that in a bow. You can leave it hanging down. And then we're wearing another pencil ankle type trouser with a pump. And we're wearing those trousers again in the last look. And you can wear this boot over top of the trouser. And then this bomber jacket to give you a little bit of big so that everything's not slim, slim, slim. All right, that's it for the gamines. Okay, you guys, I hope you have your footing. I hope you have a good, solid foundation of what you should put in your 30-item capsule wardrobe for the winter, specifically you gamines. If this is your first time here and you have no idea what a gamine is, you have no idea what Kibbe is, you can scroll on back on my channel and take the Kibbe body type test so that you don't feel left out and confused as we go along, because I will be referencing Kibbe a lot on this channel. And also stay tuned, because we are also building a capsule wardrobe for the natural body type and the romantic body type. And I think that'll wrap up the winter capsule wardrobes for the body types. I hope you like this video, but before I go, I want to leave you with some words of encouragement. And that is to be you, and be the most you-est you could ever be, because everybody else is taken. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Why are you still here? The video's over. Unless it's not. Why? Because it's time for it. You guys, fun fact, I have a light behind me and it just fell on my back. Let's put that back before we have a problem. Light, I need you to be still, honey, okay? Be still. Be still for the video. Be still for the picture. Okay, you guys, this is my favorite part of the video. This is the part where I get to try on a pair of these jeans. The jeans that I've been collecting for many moons, okay? I'm going to try on a pair, a random pair, and style them in a way that I would wear them on a regular, degular day to a regular, degular place. I am not telling you how to dress. I'm just showing you how I would dress. Okay? Okay, let me choose a pair of jeans. Let's say right here. Okay, I chose this black pair of express straight leg jeans with a little distressed knee. Okay? You can tell I'm about to put it on and then you'll see. All right, be right back. All right, here I am with my express straight leg jeans, and yep, gotta pull them up. And I'm pulling the sweater off the shoulder just to give it a little bit of sexy. I'm putting on my Chuck Taylor 70s Converses, and I'm gonna tuck in this shirt just to show that I do have a waist, because this can look a little bit frumpy on me. Y'all see that little piece of hair? Aggravating me. It kept getting in my eye. I'm trying to flip it over. It looks like I'm just really loving my hair, but really that piece of hair just keeps falling in my eye. This is a very basic look. I'm putting on one of my favorite coats. This is a long wool vintage coat, and it's like a blanket. And I need a little bit more interest in this look. So I'm putting on this bag that has a big like safety pin detail on the top. A little bit more interest with these sunglasses that are shaped like hearts. And that's the look, you guys. Very simple. This is literally what I would wear